Might have slightly mistimed it again for the second week in a row. But hello and welcome to Inter's Tier 2. We're at Imola Sprint weekend, as I said last week. We did have Tier 3 race last night, I do believe. Apparently one of the drivers racked up a total of 24 pens to see if one of the drivers can do it in Tier 2. I hope not. I don't like to see penalties. I like to see nice, clean racing. But anyway, my name is Apollo Pepsi. I'm by myself for this week again. We'll see how we go. We might get a surprise visit by someone during the racing weekend. It is sprint, so sprint qualifying, sprint race, and we do normal qualifying and normal race. I believe sprint qualifying is a little bit shorter than the actual normal qualifying. I don't have sound to my actual game for some reason. This is gonna be awkward if this doesn't fix itself sooner or later. Before we go into qualifying, I'll go over some little information I picked up from the Formula 1 site. Thank you for that. So Imola is about a 4.9 kilometer track, 63 total laps, but we're only doing half the distance for the drive, so that's around 31, I believe. The drivers will have a choice between the C3, C4, and the C5, the C5 being the softest and the hard being on the C3. Now drivers are going to have to not try to kill this tyre, but the rear right is the tyre that is going to suffer the most on traction or on tyre life, as we already got one driver coming out of pit lane to start us off. So as I said, basically 12-minute or shorter qualifying than normal qualifying. We got 12 minutes on the clock. Let's see who's coming out. It's Little Sheldon is gonna be the first one on track. Can I get a different camera, please? Thank you. You tasted the grass a little bit. Let's let me set everything up though. We need lap delta and we need the track map. Let's turn on the tires just for the first few runs, just to see what everyone's deciding to come out with. So Little Sheldon deciding to opt for the medium tire to start his qualifying off. Then we got Jono, who's also followed out behind him. So the McLaren's going to set the times first. He's come out on the hard, so McLaren splitting their tyre choice on who's going what tyre. As Battlecat has joined. He did say he will join late, and he's decided to join now. He should be able to, if I believe it, partake in the sprint race. Most people are on track. We've got a mixture of tires, all medium, all mostly, and some soft, but mostly medium tires as this is the first run. You only get one soft set for short sprint qualifying. Little Sheldon is going to be the first one to start the front line. So we'll jump on board it with them. We'll up around Imola. We've got someone else coming up here. I think Kato just had a sprint hit on the set of softs. So he'll burn his softs quite quickly. But just after 100 meter ball, Little Sheldon gets a little slap of oversteer. Looks like he's probably backed out of that. So we'll jump down to Jono. So break around 75 meter ball for turn one, throw it nice over the curbs, get a good rotation going slowly. Don't really need a brake, but it's a downshift and you shift down once more for the corner before the end of sector one. Around here you break around 75 meters, 50 meter board for that little hairpin. I wish I knew the corner names or numbers, but I do know one of them. Not really downshift, just hit the brakes. Throw the car in, hopes it sticks. Also throw the car in the optimally, hope it sticks. Don't go too wide on the exit or you will invalidate. You can also unsettle the car on that little curb. Now into the chicane, you want to throw over both these curves to maximize your time, but Johnny decides not to do them. Then on the run to the final two corners, speed trap for the drivers is just before the second last corner. Gets a nice one hooked up, goes a bit wide on exit, doesn't validate the line, but we'll stay on board And he's actually decided to pit. Little Sharon does go quickest, but he did invalidate. Which on to let it P though. Because he's also invalidated, actually. Surely Mertz. Mertz is on a flyer at the moment. He's going to be the first driver for a time, then I believe it's Jacko behind. So Mertz that line. 16-0 is the time that everyone's aiming to beat. Jacko was invalidated. Dark and he's starting a lap. Ghost Rider coming to the line on the set of sauce. What was he able to do? 15.5 for the Aston Martin driver. Kelly came across the line. Now this is a problem when in qualifying where all the drivers are like stacked up against each other. It's kind of hard to actually get the driver I want. Loving the comms, who's on call? Myself, Apollo Pepsi is on comms as I am every week, except a few weeks I'm not here. I'm by myself for this week, so I'm a bit lonely in the comms box. Lewis Shellen does a 15.8, puts a P3 behind the two Astons. So we're currently seeing 1-2 with each other, so Williams doing a good enough time. Only 2/10 behind his teammates. eBay is on an outlap. Scotty's invalid. Bo has invalid. I'm just going to call him Bo because it's easier. Tetris on lap. Vettel has invalid. Dark End goes quickest overall. Where's Blurs? Blurs is currently valid. So we'll stay on board with Blurs. Final corner for the Haas driver, taking all the curb he can on that medium tyre set. This is the second run of the session. 14.9 for the Haas driver. That's provisional pole for now. 3/10 faster than Dark Ends. That's a good time. Vettel has invalid, so he's actually into pit lane. We'll jump to Ifimon. I don't know how to say it. Is it Ifimon? I've seen this name before. I know I have. I don't know where. It'll be him, Ifimon, then Bo, eBay, and no, eBay's preferred back than Scotty actually. A lot of different tires are being used in qualifying. Most people going for the mediums and actually showing that good pace on those mediums. The Williams sides are going to pit lane. Bo has gone off in the gravel, so he won't be doing a time. Scotty is still valid to the line, and he does a 15.7, puts a P5. We'll skip the eBay boy who's coming around the final corner. He's got a Hato behind him. Oh no, that's not a Hato, that's Mertz behind. And eBay boy got 16.6 on those medium tires. I wonder if Mertz was on a flying lap. He jumped out to 15.2. There's Jono to the line. 15.8 for the McLaren. So McLaren now on top. Only bomb 1/10 over Blurs. Got Hato starting a lap as well behind, and I believe that's a RB. That would be Dark End. He was on a lap, but he's invalidated the lap. Bo is still going, so he must have had quite a lot of fuel. He's on the soft tire. Probably doing some practice runs. He's actually gone purple middle. I don't know how true that is. That's a big slide for the chicane. Able to catch it though, keep it out of the wall. Second last corner, bit of a lockup, but it might not be a lockup of the driver's view because the spectator cam is weird. To the line for the Sauber, he goes P8. So we got a Ferrari behind that was Tetris, went P10. Is that Hato? No, it's Vettel starting to time the lap. Jack is starting a time lap. Jono's into the pit lane. That's Mertz is over there. Carly is starting a lap. Battlecat's starting a lap. So next will be Hado's second last corner. Not as much curb as he wants. Probably just wants to do a Valor lap at 27.1, so there might have been a cooldown. It might have been a push lap into a cooldown lap because he might have got invalid or impeded heavy. Mertz into pit lane. One Aston's is out. Williams currently out on track. He's got that Barricad's further back. Never mind. He's got Tetris behind. As Hado has retired. That is on track. So at the moment, Hado P14 might be starting last if, depending on how everyone else goes with their qualifying. Here comes Vettel. Early time lap he's gonna have, I'm pretty sure. Goes P12 with that time. Broseph has joined. It's interesting. Might get a surprise visit. Let's jump to Battlecat, because he's about across the line. Second or last corner. Across the line, P5, 15.3, so it's not a bad time. Then we got Letter P hasn't set a time, he's starting his lap. Ethan Mon's on track, Crispy's on track. Jacko, I think he's done, so he's starting last. Broseph, if you're in the chat, I only just saw that message. I do not get notifications on Discord at all. So I wouldn't have heard that. My apologies, I would have sent it sooner if I saw it. Back to the racing, who's gonna be first? So, Crispy, he's starting a lap. We got, I think Battlecat, he's on a cooldown, yeah, so it's letter P, and then it's letter P across the line, 14.2 for his flying lap. Where's Callie? Callie's 510 sub, 16.0, goes P14. I wonder RB just across the line. I think Darkin just started his lap. Jono's just started his lap. Scotty's starting his lap. Ghostfire's invalid, so he's probably. Oh, actually, he's on the out lap, never mind. Williams is on the lap. Mertz is starting a lap. Ethan Mond will be the next one, then Jacko is not going to make the line. So Ethan Mond to the line was the over 16.5 for his flying lap. Won the McLaren's across the line, that was a little Sheldon. Everyone's got to check a flag now for the end of the session. Williams into pit lane as Blur's to the line, 14.2 for the fastest time now. So he's on provisional pole, only separated by a few thousandths. Got Crispy with his first time lap. He's invalidated on the final corner, so that's him done for the session. Battlecat to the line, joined late in qualifying, fighting for pole at the moment. Was he able to do 15.1 for his time? So he will stay for. Actually, I think he moved up to 4th fastest. We got Darkin to the line, goes 3rd fastest, so pushes Battlecat back down. Wonder. That's Jono across the line. He's actually gone 4th fastest with a set of mediums. Scotty to the line. I think he stayed. I don't know what car that just passed. I have no idea. Darkin. Oh, that's Ghost Rider. He's into the pit lane. And then Evimon is the last one. So 2 drivers not able to put their laps together. Crispy and Jacko not able to put laps in. So they will be starting from the back of the sprint. I need to check actually how sprint points works before I say something about points and mess it up. So sprint race points are normal. So P1 to P8. There is no fast lap point at all. Okay. So currently, I don't know what we're waiting for at the moment, but that is your pole sitter. Blur's on pole for Haas. I don't know how many poles he's taken, but he narrowly gets it, only 25 thousandths in front of Letter P, who's sharing the front row with him. Then there's 2/10 back to Darken and 2/10 to Jono for the second row, then Barrowcat, Mertz, Little Sheldon, Ghost Rider, Williams, Scotty, Bo, Tetris, Grandson, Carly, Vettel, Ifimon, eBay, Crispy, or Hato, then Crispy and Jacko. Crispy and Jacko not able to set laps, but I believe they invalidated their laps. It looks like Jacko wasn't able to put a lap together. As well on you, because we have a surprise visit. Hello, Broseph.
Apollo, how are you, mate?
I'm going pretty good. I have been saved from solo commentary.
Yeah, for the time being anyway. I've managed to sneak away from a few commitments today to jump in and help you out as long as I can, mate.
Glad to see you. Well, we've gone through short qualifying. A couple of drivers not able to do good quality laps. I believe Crispy and Jacko both starting at the back because they invalidated, and Hato, I believe he made a mistake his last lap and decided that was enough. Put it in the garage, hanging up.
Okay, unlucky for some of those boys.
Now it all comes down to the race. Are the top 8 able to hold position for the points, or is someone like Hato able to get into the top 8 for some points?
Yeah, well, you'd think the track limit penalties. Here we go. We've got 5 lights. Take it away, mate.
5 red lights. Blurs versus letter P on the front 2 rows. Jono has got a drive through already. It looks like Blur's getting a better start. I think letter P is about to get swallowed by Dark, and currently Jono's leading at turn 1, but that is with a drive-through penalty. Dark and shows on letter P side by side for the first chicane of the track. Still side by side. Actually, letter P making a bit of contact with Darken, dropping down to 5th, now under attack by Mertz. Mertz actually decides to pull back. The smart move, don't want to do so, but I wonder Williams at the background going sideways actually. I believe that was Ifimon sideways.
Yep, Ethimon, of course, just being signed recently to Williams after Matty Ayu's pulled out, the last year's champion from Season 6. Looks like the Kick Sauber in P10. Bonar's getting in there quite early. He's up 1 position, but you've got Grandson Nips in P9 for the for the RB team, up 4 positions at the moment. So great start from Grandson Nips there.
Well, Bo has just disconnected. So probably probably unstable internet. No, it doesn't look that bad. It might just be the game being the game, just disconnecting you for no reason.
Oh, big lock up there from one of the Alpines, I think it was. Yep, Callie, he's spun coming into second last corner there. That's unfortunate.
I believe some drivers have got caught up in that. Jono's into the pit lane to serve that drive-through penalty, so that's going to hurt the McLaren points, because I believe he started near the front at P4. I believe he started.
Yeah.
He's got a drive-through penalty. He's now dead last.
Yep. Well, you got to be thankful that you've got the feature to come after that start. Just it was a great start off the line just before the lights went out, unfortunately, there for the McLaren driver.
As Ghost Rider and Bo side by side, I believe Bo is still AI trying to get back into the car. I don't know if he has a extra invite. I don't believe I have him.
No, I don't believe I do either, so we'll just have to see. He should be able to jump onto, if he's on PS, If you send out a few PS invites to the group invites to Tier 2, we should be able to jump onto that one. Letter P.
AI is causing quite the mess. A few drivers gone side by side in the chicane, which you don't want to see.
Nah, it's a narrow track. It's going to be really hard to get by the AI on a track like this. They really push it to the limits.
Blur's fastest lap again, 16.5, trying to break that DRS, but since the DRS is so powerful at this track, it's unable to break the DRS.
Oh, you got Letter P looking to make a move on Battle Cat, but thinks better of it. Pulls back into P4 and just biding his time. He's down 2 positions, Letter P, so not the best start from the Williams driver.
Kind of like Letter P giving Battle Cat the run for his money at the moment, sitting on his gearbox. A bit of a lock-up from the Ferrari driver as he's falling behind, but Dark and Shadow at the moment. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity for Blurs to make a mistake, but we know Blurs, he doesn't make mistakes easy.
Yeah, it's one thing Blurs has improved definitely this season. A couple of seasons ago at Inters, Blurs was pretty renowned for a spin every couple of races, but no, he's shown pretty good consistency so far. The thing you probably don't know about the Battle Cat and Letter P was last season they were teammates at Alfa Romeo, and the Letter P was absolutely taken under the Battle Cat's wing. So interesting to see the protege really pushing the master out there this season, especially here today at Imola.
So the student is trying to outclass the master. It's quite a storyline for the Letter P at the moment to see if he can put her against his old teammate. Currently is a bit slower though. Battlecat going faster with the fastest lap. 16-1. No points in the sprint for fastest lap, so no one's going to get an extra point. It's just the top 8 that gets points.
That's darkened up in a P1 now. We got Blurs. Blurs is really pushing him around these last couple of corners here.
Well, he's 3 laps in. The 4th lap is currently underway as Bo has decided to get back in. Thankfully, I probably should have added a few people just in case, but I forgot.
So the big movers so far has got to be Hato and P11. He's up 7 positions. Geez, they're really pushing it. That's Blurs up into P1 now, so...
I got kind of scared. Letter P was trying to make a move. Battlecat's off the track, so in front of Letter P. I don't know if he's giving that back. He might be giving it back.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he was defending like hell. Looks like he's just let the Letter P go through there. So Battlecat back into P4, Mertz into P5. All sorts of pressure on the Battlecat now.
And thanks to both AI, there's quite a gap forming at the back of this train, I can say. Crispy's 2 seconds apart. eBay Boy's not on the back of the train in front of him with the 2 Mercedes. But the same even for points. At the moment, the last points goes to Sheldon, who's just in no man's land.
Well, Grandson Nips, I tell you what, he is marching through the field. He just got overtaken by SS William down the straight, but going through, turns 2 and 3, just brilliant manoeuvre there to get the job done there up into P6, and he's about 4.5 seconds behind the top 5, but the way he's going at the moment, he's up 7 positions. Let's see if he can just lower the gap to those cars in front.
Kind of like biggest winner at the moment is Grandson Nips, as you say. Our biggest loser, Johnny, with that drive-through penalty, who unfortunately is now at the back of the train. He's actually caught up the kick car that DC. I don't know if Bo's in the car or if he's having that issue. There's an issue with the game where if you get in the car, it sometimes doesn't give you the car.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't take control of it. I haven't seen anything in chat yet, but yeah, it'd be unfortunate if that was to happen for the guy debuting today at Inters. But we'll get on with the race.
As Darkan makes a move on Blurs at turn 1 and 2, gets that move done. Now back up into P1. It's currently we're just a little bit DRS chicken at the moment, as I think Grandson Nips and Williams gone side by side. A little bit of contact between the two before turn 4. Not a great corner to go side by side, and you really need to trust both drivers not to hit each other into that corner. Yeah,
well, that's 2 laps in a row now. Grandson's put that move on William, but SSR William was a little bit more prepared that time round, but yeah, that's why there was a bit of contact there. He saw him coming, but couldn't keep him behind. So grandson nip up in a P6.
Well, I would say Blurs is again hounded by letter P now. Dark End is under a lot of pressure at the moment because Blurs is giving him a lot of grief. Letter P's getting Blurs a lot of grief. Adam Pat is just watching.
Yeah. Mertz has got a good view of this as well, of course. There's no one behind him, so he's not feeling too much pressure. Just watching these four in front of him battle it out and trying to pick up the pieces, I'd say.
There goes Blurs for P1. Letter P, he tried to go down the closing gap on the outside of turn 1, just a bit too late. Might have had to hit the brakes a tad early to avoid hitting the RB car.
Of course, these two battling has brought little Sheldon into the equation. So P8, the McLaren, just joining the fracas here. Let's see if he can make any moves on these two, scrapping it out.
Well, at the moment, little Sheldon just be doing this for DRS pulling as he's got a 3 second. He's just outside the 3 second of Scotty. If these two fight as hard as they are now, Sheldon could lose this out to Scotty. Both P9, P8 are holding 3 seconds at the moment. So I think Ifimon just made a move on Cali, or it was the other way around.
Oh, letter P. Oh, having a good look. Getting on this contact. The letter P's in the gravel. He's gliding through the gravel there. Awesome shot of that.
Oh, letter P saved the car from spinning more. Jonah penalty again.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's been hard to gain positions down that back straight, but I don't know why the letter P wouldn't have waited until to get that DRS open. But anyway, he saw the opportunity and went for it, but it's cost him.
You're not a driver if you don't go for the gap, they say.
That's it.
He saw the gap, he took a risk, and he came out second best. As I think Grandson next has made the move on William again, but he did that with assistance of DRS to turn 1. eBay Boy just trailing behind Scotty a bit. Ghost Rider looks like he's had an issue. He's dropped all the way back to 13th. I don't know what happened to him.
No, must have had an issue.
But we're getting
Mertz, sorry.
A few penalties are being dished out. Now I think someone picked up another 3 second, now they're on 6.
Yeah, that's Jono. But I tell you, just focusing on Mertz in P4 and that Alpine, you've seen him earlier this season racing for Mercedes, probably not being as patient as you're seeing now that he's joined the Alpine team. I mentioned before he was sitting in P5 waiting to pick up the pieces, and he's picked up the letter P. And currently in P4, Mertz just biding his time nicely. So I think the team principal Buster, shout out to Buster in the chat, he'll be very happy with Mertz just sitting there in P4 at the moment, waiting to pick up a bunch of points and not putting himself in a position where he can DNF.
That was happening. Williams and Grandson next still battling out. Same move again, done at turn 4, or just before. And also at the same time, eBay Boy again past Scotty at turn 1. So at the moment, it's a battle. 9th is basically P8 at the moment. But you're going to have to hope that the people ahead just fight more.
Yeah, that's right.
There's little Sheldon sending up to the inside of Aquaman. Oh, that's a good move.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Both gave room, no one went off track. Pin perfect respect from both drivers.
Yeah, look, yesterday it was super hard to overtake. I was in a train with Batman, I think it was Bang. Geez, it's just like coming to the DRS zones, everyone's just got a whole lot of battery and just really hard to overtake.
Here
But
goes Merce down inside of Battlecat. He's a bit of contact between the two. Battlecat being on the curb, kind of forcing Mertz onto the grass because nothing you can do there. It's just the curb just being a pain.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Just running out of room to get the overtake done, and like we saw, Lil Sheldon just pulling the taking the opportunity when it presents, maybe not in the places where you'd predict.
Well, since Sheldon made that move, Grandson Nips has been able to hold his position for P6. Williams gone past little Sheldon. This has brought eBay Boy a little bit close. He's gained about almost a second on these guys in one lap because of their fighting. Jono picking up another penalty though.
Yeah, poor Jono. I think he's just thrown it out after jumping the start there.
I think Battlecat is now suffering some tyre wear because he was sliding through that chicane. Merck's going to try to go down around his outside second last corner. Doesn't get the move done. Battlecat a little bit wide, but he's not going to have DRS, so Merck should be able to get this done.
Yep. Like taking candy from a baby, you'd imagine, but depends how much. Nah, too easy there for Mert, so up in a P3.
Darkhand around the outside at turn 1 on Blurs, gets the move done. We got no to switch for the lead. Now, where's Blurs going to be able to make this move?
Yeah, final lap.
All it comes down to with the DRS game is the final lap and where you are on track. Ado has made a move on Scotty, I believe. He's up to P10, but he's too far back of Sheldon to gain. It looks like Ghostfires has spin.
Yep. That's unlucky. Oh, Tetris picks up a 3-second time pen.
Darkhand's got a pen, and he's that's going to drop over to P4. He's just thrown away to win to Blurs.
Yep, Blurs is just going to sit right behind him now. No need to send it. Just sit back and collect full points today in the sprint race. Unlucky there for Dark and Shadow.
Battlecat on the grass trying to get the move done on Merz, but it didn't quite work out. Had to get off throttle before he hit the back of the thing driver. Darken wins the race, but is demoted to P4. Blurs P1 with Merz being promoted to P2. Battlecat P3. Letter P, unfortunately with the spin, but able to collect the P5 finish. Thanks to the gap that was made. An 8-second gap to the cars behind.
Yeah, no, good little fun sprint there from the boys in Imola in Tier 2 here at Intus Racing League. So, Blues with the win. As I said, Mertz, fantastic race there, just biding his time, and didn't that pay off at the end? Picks up a P2 with Dark and Shadow with a 3-second time penalty with just a few corners to go there in the RB. And Battlecat, of course, the team principal for Ferrari, third on the podium in Imola. He'll be very happy with that one.
I have a feeling that...
wow, 10th. No points.
Might have run out fuel because he's going very slowly with everyone. And that's well, I need the times actually. I don't need the points. So, but that is your top 8 with the points all the way down to eBay Boy. eBay Boy just scraping the points thanks to Sheldon's pen. I believe it was only 1 second away from losing that out. Scotty, who was holding that, actually lost out due to battling a lot. But eBay Boy and Hato, who came from 17th and 18th, finished in or almost in the points. But now we have short qualifying to do.
Yeah. I really didn't time this qualifying well yesterday. What did I do? I think I took out the mediums on the first run and just only used one set of softs, used them at the end, but just didn't time it well. You've really got to leave your run here to as late as possible. Just the time goes down a hell of a lot with just the track warming up and more tyre getting laid down. So I think I qualified P7 in the sprint and then P11 in the feature, and it was just the timing was really poor there. So if these guys can get the timing right, they'll give themselves every chance of getting up near the pointy end of the field.
Now, if I remember correctly from the sprint race we did in Jeddah with tyre allocations, I believe it's 1 medium, 2 softs, the drivers guess. So it's a bit of why save a set of tyres, because I believe a lot of Tier 1 drivers in Jeddah saved a set of softs to use in short qualifying. We didn't even get to use it.
Exactly, yep. And you only get one set of mediums for the feature. You get 2 hards if you choose the medium, sorry, the balanced tyre allocation for the weekend.
So we see everyone leaving pit lane now. I'm just gonna chuck up the tyres and see what people are choosing. So a lot of people are actually just choosing to start straight on the softs at the moment.
Yep.
We got little Sheldon on the mediums, Tetris on the mediums at the moment, but he hasn't left the pit lane.
Yep. Yeah.
And this will be interesting because we have been told. Oh well, this is what I figured from what I did in the sprint weekend on Jeddah, that I believe the track is not as grippy in sprint qualifying as it is in normal, so these times should be a bit quicker.
Yeah, actually, that's something that I really did notice yesterday in Tier 3. If you have a look at the times relative to sprint into feature in the qualifying, like some of the guys were 5/10 quicker in the feature qualifying.
As I believe some picked up a penalty. I believe that was Johnny actually picking up a penalty and for contact with Mertz. I think Mertz actually was put in the wall because of that. Or he was spun, at least. We jumped on board with Hato for his final lap, and he's invalidated turn 1. So I believe the next one is a Sauber that we'll jump on board with. Bo, and then there should be letter P straight after.
Yep, and then Ethimon, I believe, behind that.
Data cat, we did not see anything. I just saw 5 place. That's all I saw. Halfway done on the lap for Bo. Into our Minerali we go. Try to carry as much speed as you can. Avoid the Sargis curves on the outside because that will unserve the car and send you flying. But it's purple sector 1 as he's the first driver. Takes a lot of curb and a bit too much curb, and he's invalidated at that chicane. We'll jump to letter P, who was right behind, still on his flying lap. He's gonna have to get past some traffic on his way down to the second last corner. Takes as much curb as he can. Probably a bit distracted by Hato in front of him. Again, a nice little slipstream though to the line of 15.2, so we're already on target. That was on target for what Paul was. Ethimon 16.7. I think we got a little Sheldon to the line 16 flat for his time. Which Aston's that? So that's Ghost Rider. So we got Jono, who's invalidated. Carly into pit lane. Mertz started a lap. Grand Sub started a lap. Darkin has just finished, but I believe he's going again actually, because he just got a massive tow from his teammate. One of the Red Bulls has just started a lap, so I believe Vettel's on an out lap. So Tetris should be the next car to the line.
Let's have a look at the Ferrari driver here. Obviously Tier 3 champion last season at Inter's, been elevated into Tier 2 this season, selected by Battlecat. 2IC here at Inter's, and Tetris of course being the co-owner, so these blokes very happy to be teammates in Ferrari this season. Tetris just rounds the final corner, opens up the DRS. Well, that's really the final little turn there, isn't it? He's just starting.
So Tetris on his lap, he invalidated Bo, saying a lap.
He invalidated.
So he's actually almost matched the
Ooh.
letter P.
That's impressive.
Ghost Rider will be the next one set a time, and then there's Jono right behind him as
Ghost Rider, yep. Jono goes quickest overall, 15.2.
Not by much as Mertz beats
Mertz
goes even quicker. Grandson knows he's invalidated, so he's
Darkin.
pit lane.
P1, 14.8 in the RB.
So we're into the 14s already. Jacko to the line, 15.3, puts a P6. We got one of the Haas's. That's a Blurs. He's actually on the out lap, so he's just starting. We're still on Blurs for the lap, see what he's actually doing.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I was chatting with Blurs just before qualifying, and this young man has been putting in some pretty fast times.
Just made a massive mistake. Bits slide out turn 2 onto the curb. It's kind of bogged the car down, but he's still flinging it into every corner. It goes invalidated.
Yeah, that's what you call the commentator's curse there, so I'll shut the hell up.
So he was flying. I believe he's got the fuel to go in there, and he's got about 6 litres. I believe that's enough to go again.
Yeah, let's just say if Blurs can put a lap together here, he'll snatch pole.
So currently Hato is back on track. Vettel did do a time, I missed it. He did a 15.3, so he's behind the Kick Sauber.
A very respectable time there. That's Formula Finessed, I believe, Vettel. He's changed his name recently.
As he's parked on the exit of the hairpin of the Ferrari, but I believe that's Tetris on in lap, maybe, because it's invalidated again. I'm not sure.
Yeah, looks like he's got full battery there too. So he might be right.
Darkin might have. I don't know if he's going again or not.
So Blurs looks like he's just starting to go again. He's got his teammate in front of him. So I think Scotty might be on for the toe here. That's what it looks like to me.
23.8 for Sector 1 split. Actually very representable what Sector 1 faster than anyone at the moment.
Yep. Let's just see if his teammate's going to slow down and give him a toe. It looks like he's a fair bit ahead here. I know they'll be in comms together.
See if Scotty slows down to get the toe off Blurs, because Blurs will be flying. He's 49.4, purple sector 2. So currently on board for provisional pole. As Scotty's doing that, he's slowing down just so he can get behind Blurs for a toe.
Yeah. Let that man cook.
As he's run it to the line, not invalidated. Could take more curb on the exit, but doesn't want to risk an invalidation. To the line, 14.5.
Let's go.
Scotty, who's just started his lap on the mediums, is going to get a massive toe down the pit straight.
I'm loving this. Of course, yeah, team principal for Haas, just in case you didn't know.
Hato to the line. What is he able to do? He's going to be in the 15, so 15.5 sits behind the Red Bull Jacko. Which car is this? Tetris to the line. 15.7 for the 4-lap mediums. This is actually not bad.
Yeah, that's very respectable there from Tetris. Hato, of course, yeah, in the Merc, been moved up from Tier 3 earlier this season. He was on track for a championship to run away with it, but been moved up into Tier 2 by the admin, and yeah, doing himself very nicely here so far.
Some next into the pit line, he did invalidate. We'll jump back to Scotty. He's actually invalidated his time as well. So that massive toe kind of gone backwards a bit with that invalidation.
Yep, bit of a broken toe maybe. Sorry, that was a really bad joke.
Williams, he's on his out lap, I believe Sheldon might be on a lap. No, Sheldon's on a cool down lap. Where's the letter P on track?
Yeah, he's just crossed the start finish line, but he used up a lot of his ERS before he got to the line, so.
Oh, he's gone purple sector 1. He's faster than what Blurs did in sector 1 at the moment. He's practically matched it and gone a tiny bit quicker. Let's see if he's able to hook up this middle sector. Gets, can't remember what corner that is. I think that's
he's actually, yeah, just invalidated.
X of Equimali, that one also catches people out as well.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, he got turn 8 pretty well, ran it all the way to the line, not invalidating. And I know it's a tricky corner to keep it clean because you feel like you're carried enough speed, and then you throw it in, it's like you carried them too much speed.
Yep, you really gotta get it right.
As Williams on his lap now does a 50.1 middle sector. Apparently it says it's purple sector too, but as we know in a game, it tends to lie.
Yep. I think everyone used to get a fastest middle sector in F1 23, regardless of what time it was.
So Williams to the line, keep him nice and safe on the final corner. Goes for 15.4 P9 for the Aston Martin. Now that was Jono who crossed the line, but I don't know if he improved his time, but he didn't move position. He improved by 3 thousandths. As Vettel, he's actually just started, so we'll jump to Sheldon at the moment. Looks like Dark End and Grandson Nips are preparing a toe. They're very close to each other, so Grandson Nips is going to get a massive toe on this lap.
Looks like Crispy's having some trouble getting in. I'm going to see if I can send him an invite and see if this one will work for him.
So Little Sheldon, I did switch off. He did a 15.1. He jumped ahead of his teammates. So currently McLaren are locking out that third row as it stands. Against up Nips, so getting a massive toe. Now I've just got information. The Ferrari TP wants his engine back from the Haas. Which cars that comes to lines? I can't tell. I think that was not Merce. That was Kelly. That improved.
Sorry. Interesting side note. You see the two championship leaders at the moment, P15 and P16. So Scotty just in front of Battlecat, but on the mediums. So Scotty, you'd expect to come out and run that last set of softs, seeing if he can improve that time. But yeah, those two scrapping it out for the championship at the moment in Tier 2, P15 and 16 currently.
At the moment, it's Effimon P16. Battlecat hasn't done the time, so he's currently P19.
Oh. You know what? It must be a glitch because when we started this session, on all of the drivers already had a time set. So I must be looking at the time from qualifying in the sprint. Thanks, EA. Really appreciate it.
I believe you might be, as Battlecat has exited pit lane. He's waiting for his teammate to follow him for toes. So we're getting a lot of toes happening down this back straight. Dark End shows, I believe he didn't actually get a toe, never mind. But Grandson Nips, the one with the toe, he's put up the P5, so currently he's actually done the same time as Jacko, now that I realise. I think Jacko has, since he set up first, he starts in front. K5, the sprint quali time, I believe, was a 15 or 14.5. So we're matching sprint quali, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Seems about right.
So eBay Boy on a flyer. He's his first run of the session. I believe he's fueled up for 2 flying laps just in case he messes up. As both RBs are into the pit lane for to change tyres.
So it looks like the stewards may be calling in one of the McLaren drivers after today's proceedings for maybe a couple of quali blocks. We'll just getting a bit of word from down in pit lane at the moment from Ted. Appreciate that, Ted.
All we need now is actually it'll be great if we can have every team in the Discord and just someone jumping between chats. That would be fucking awesome. eBay Boy to the line. Let's see what he's able to do. 15.8 for his fast time, I believe, but I feel like he's more of a race setup than a quali person, so I have engineered him once. this season before I started commentating this tier. eBay boy is quick. The qualifying's not there sometimes.
He's scrappy out on track. I really do. I appreciate eBay boy. He was Muddy B's teammate last season in McLaren. And yeah, I was lucky enough to be in on comms more often than not with those boys. And eBay boy, where did he just put himself up into? Oh no, he's still. Well, on my screen, he's P18 at the moment. I'm not sure what he says on yours.
At the moment, he is P18, and might eat my words because he did do a purple sector 1.
Yeah, no, he's a scrappy driver. He was on for a really good result earlier in the season. I can't remember where it was, but he ran out of fuel.
It was at Spa.
Was it Qatar, maybe?
Nah, it was Spa. It was about to finish P3 out.
Yep. Yeah, and that was it.
He ran out at the fast kink. He's just invalidated.
He just invalidated.
That was about 6/10 improvement as well. That would have pumped him all the way to P8 as well. Haydo's just started. So which car's first? I think
take a breath. Sorry.
Okay, this is the worst part of qualifying. It's me trying to find out who's on the lap.
Yeah.
Scotty's on the outer lap. Blurs is on the outer lap. There's a McLaren. Which one is it? One that Assets was flying for more. Who is it? It's Ghost Rider, but he's not on the lap. What is happening?
So I think Blurs will be first going around.
They need to implement in the game that you can allow to make a gap in the pit lane like real life. I would love the drivers to give each other more of a gap so I can like get to the driver that I need. Letter P fastest now, or second fastest, P2 for him is 14.6. Mertz is on a lap. He's actually 1/10 improvement or 1.5 tenths. He actually might challenge pole with this time. Maybe he's to the line. He actually does go pole by a few thousandths of a second. Darken, he's 1/10 down. Battlecat, he went 5th fastest. Jacko, he's on a lap. Darken, I believe he started. Little Sheldon's on the lap. Haydo's, he's done a time. He's gone. He's just hit the wall actually. 15.1. He's gone 9 fast. Johnny's on the lap. Where's the Sauber? 1/10 improvement. Both Astons are improving.
So Blur's coming around now. See if he will move back up in a P1.
No.
No good.
He didn't improve, so Blur's...
Dark and Shadow P4.
Goes right across the line. I believe he might have invalidated. Bo is to the line. He's actually invalidated his time as well. He's actually spun it across the line in fashion. Both Williams to the line, but I believe FE's first. He doesn't improve his time.
Battlecat into the pits. Tetris coming around. Someone's just smashing the wall. I think that was Scotty. Yep. Not sure what happened there.
Scotty's actually migrating host.
Migrating host. That's not good.
There goes
Tetris is. I'll send him an invite.
This might have. Oh god.
Yeah.
This might break the lobby.
Yeah, he's Tetris is. I know he's got a LAN cable, so I don't know what the hell's going on there.
That might have been just a game again. The game has a lot of connection issues for some reason. I don't know how they've done this.
The game has a lot of coding issues, that's for sure.
So I believe this is our grid now as Scotty's been pulled in. So Mertz will start pole by, what's that, 12 thousandths to Blurs. Blurs was, I think he equaled his time on his run. I think he was actually down by like 1,000th at the end of his lap.
Yep.
And yeah, I just forgot. So Mertz actually got a 5th place for Jono. So it's actually Blur, still P1. A lot of people start second. Then it's Darken, Battlecat, then Mertz. Then the Red Bull, Sheldon, and then Nips. Jono also has a 5 grid place penalty, so he's starting 16th, 15th. And for some reason, I am missing all the tires, except like 5 people. Apparently everyone didn't run a tire and did a time. Are we red? Is this red flagged?
Don't know. I know Tetris is putting something in the chat, but nothing has been confirmed yet. So we'll just continue on until we do get word.
I feel like it's risky just because he's host.
No, I think.
He's rejoined.
No, Tetris has joined.
He's not going to be able to do anything to his car. The only problem is if he will not. The issue of trying to get into the car is going to arrest.
Yeah.
If that happens, that's going to cause carnage. I believe he's starting the P15 now.
16 or something, yeah. Well, I think the best indication will come from the drivers. They'll be able to let us know, so here we go.
For 5 realized Blurs on pole for the second time. Leather P starting alongside, and Blurs gets the same start again. He gets a better start. Dark and Sarah gets a better start than Leather P with a lot of wheel spin. Jacko up to P4 with a better start than the Battle Cat, who just goes around the outside. We got, I think I saw damage.
Yeah, it looked like one of the brake markers, maybe.
I think we're greener because no one's been in it. So we're going. Oh god, the back looks horrendous. I'm watching people go 3 wide out the hairpin. Okay. Kicksauber's got damage. He's missing an end plate on his.
Yeah, I think that might. Yep, Bonar maybe. I think it might be.
Oh, it's Hato. He's
yep. Looks like there might be an Alpine. Oh no, you're right. It is Hato. Just trying to rejoin there. Oh, jeez.
Constantino effect. Efimon got damaged.
Yeah, Scotty in the back at Tetris. Bit of a shunt. Not sure if there was much damage there. The cars are really just trying to sort themselves out early on here. We're only on lap 2.
So only lap 1 or halfway through lap 1, and we already got people fighting to the death at the moment. One of the Williams is into the pits. Scotty's trying to go down the inside of eBay Boy. Can't make the move. Actually, eBay Boy gets onto that curb on the outside and bogs down a bit.
What? Is Jono and Callie and Williams really getting punchy down in P10, P11, P12? Really good scrap going on down there. Side by side at the moment.
This is on the McLaren on the hard tyre, so you reckon it will be made. It does get made, but ahead still running.
Whoa! Ghost Rider! Lock up or just a big slide there. But let me tell you, there's a bit of a rivalry going on between Alpine and McLaren at the moment. So just highlight that Callie and Jono battle if we can from time to time.
Okay, I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm turning on the Tetris's telemetry to see if it's AI or not.
You know, I've been checking the chat, and Tetris looks like he's okay.
Yeah, it looks fine. So his braking and photo is fine. So it's just Aquaman and Riley look like AI type driving. So no, that is a massive gap. That's
Jono, sorry, got the move done on Callie.
Someone's in the dirt. That's one of Aston.
Oh
god, Hato's around. That's all. No, that's not Hato. That's Vettel.
Yeah. Right where you don't want to be sitting. Oh, I think Tetris just clipped him as he came around on his front wing. Jesus, saw his life flash before his eyes there.
Tetris and Hato side by side at the turn 4. That's not where you want to go side by side. Tetris ended it down the inside though. Oh, this is great. I would say this is quite a gap that we're getting from P8 to P9 now. That is a 4-second gap.
Yeah, those front runners are really running away with it, that's for sure. There's even a gap from P4 to P3 at about 2.5 seconds.
So it looks like those hard tyres are not the tyre to be on at the start. Or it might just be the warm-up phase is just terrible.
Yeah, they do go long, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, it takes a little while to warm them up.
Well, I would say Mertz, even though he had that grid plan, he's actually treading nicely behind Battlecat. Would be a bit annoyed because he could be in that top 3 fight. He's actually just made the move on Battlecat as I said that. So he's now up in the P4 and see if he can get the move or Battlecat's looking for it.
I tell you what, they're scrapping behind these two as well. You've got the likes of Jacko, Sheldon, and Grandson. Grandson had a moment there, did he?
Grandson Nibs going straight on at turn 4 and 5. Probably hitting the curb wrong, because I know if you hit that curb wrong, it does make your rear slide.
So you've got Mertz and Battlecat reigniting their battle from the sprint race. P4 and P5 currently. Letter P up into P3 in the Williams. This is pretty much how the sprint race is playing out. You've got Blues in P1, Dark and Shadow in the RB in P2. He's really lifted his game in the last, you'd have to say, 4 or 5 races. I believe he's gone back on a controller, which is a little controversial, but he's really fitting in up the top where he was last season.
To avoid any wheel disconnection, wheel force feedback issues like you had in Japan.
Yeah, fair enough.
It would be the right choice because I believe he started pole and it didn't even last 4 corners and he was DNF'd.
Yeah.
Which would have taken a blow to the mental state of a driver.
No doubt. And you want to go what you're comfortable with too, so it's probably a creature of comfort and getting back onto the controller and right back into his old form.
Either Dark and Shadow made a mistake or Letter P just center, but Letter P's now up into P4 or P2 out of turn 4. Bo and Ghost Rider are going out of like heavy because I've seen this car switch places multiple times. So eBay Boy is gapping these guys quite heavily. Someone's in the wall as that's Vettel into the wall.
So William picks up a 3-second time penalty in P14.
Only 2 penalties so far in the grid.
Here comes Bonar on Ghosty again. Oh, locks up a little but gets the move done. Ghost Rider should have a better exit.
Ghost Rider was sideways across that curve, so if he's got a better exit, that'll be interesting as they're both flashing at the moment.
Let me tell you, Pepsi, if they're sliding over that last chicane already, over that curb, when you get about 30% wear on those tyres, if you brake too hard coming in there with too much speed, you're going around. Like I spun yesterday there late in the race and cost me a lot.
Well, we have 2 pitters. Bo has decided to pit for that damage repair. I don't know what Williams is in for. Well, he might be in for damage as well, but he's gone on the hard, so he's going to the end, I assume. Bo will have to pit again off those mediums, so this is the early time to start hards is the worst idea, is when you get damage.
Yep, because there'd just be absolutely nothing at the end, but he's gone medium, so it's pulling the trigger.
Jacko's made the move on Lewis Sheldon for P6. They've actually been dropped by Mertz and Battlecat as against on Nibs picks up a penalty behind. So Jacko at the moment sitting well at the moment. I believe this is his first race as a reserve driver. I believe,
yep.
I think.
Yeah, it is.
And he's already fighting with the top guys of Tier 2, and he's actually catching on Mertz pretty heavily as Ifimon has had a spin out the hairpin.
Yeah, well, shout out to the admin team here at Inters, because Jacko was due to race Tier 3 until some of the boys pointed out how quick he was in other leagues recently, and we'll put him up in there. Oh, who was that? Little Sheldon. Oh, gone round. He was getting loose going around. Couple of corners just previously, tried to hold it, bit too much throttle, went around with grandson Nips there and into the wall, so Sheldon's going to have to pit.
That's a missing end plate for the McLaren, and that's going to hurt him all through that middle sector, because that's where you need the downforce. You don't need it for Sector 1 at all. You need it for Sector 2.
I tell you, he hasn't had a great run this season. The McLaren drivers are really scrapping hard, but they're just not getting the results more often than not. It's unfortunate to see, and I know Devastator, the team principal, he'll be unhappy to see Sheldon pick up a bit of damage there after both of them in the top 10.
At that same time, Mertz has made a move on Battlecat. I'm not sure where he did it, but he made the move. He's now into P4. Probably Battlecat gonna get past him right again though, because is a DRS detection point at the second last corner as Jacko picks up a 3-second penalty behind these guys.
So I can tell you that Buster, the team principal for Alpine, I had to go off track, but it was just a couple of wheels, so I think that pass was all right from the cat. But yeah, Mertz, he's got the team principal, Buster, in his ear today. So that's probably why you see the young Alpine driver showing a bit more patience out there, not pulling the trigger, probably when he shouldn't, and getting the results on board. So it just goes to show if you get the right team and the right support there. I've had Mertz in my team for previous seasons, and when he does get the right support, he can get the right results. So it's good to see him meshing with Alpine so far.
It did end up pitting. He's actually come up behind Williams and Bo after that damage repair. He would have lost a lot more time though because of the spin he had into the wall. But currently only 4 people have pitted so far, all for damage I believe. But the 2 that have pitted can basically go to the end on those hard tyres. Bo will have to come in again or hope for a safety car.
Yeah, look, what's going to play in the Battlecat's favour is that he started on the hards. So he's going to go as long as he can and finish with the faster tyres relative to the other 6 drivers around his position at the moment come the end of the race. So that's a little thing up his sleeve that he'll be thinking about later on in the race.
Callie and Haydo are switching at turn 1 or just before turn 1 in the braking zone. Now this is interesting. The championship contenders is a P4 and P13 currently, but I'm pretty sure the undercut is massive around here as Haydo's just gone fast to sector 1 on those hard tyres, so the hards might be getting a bit more pace of them now. Oh, he's actually had a massive slide at turn 8. Would say Dark and Shadows might be struggling a bit on those tyres because he's actually dropped 2
Yeah,
seconds.
he has. Or he's had a moment that we may have missed.
As Sauber's in the wall, I was kind of skeptical on that rejoin because he was almost into the path of the McLaren.
Looks like Formula Finesse is, he's had a really difficult start, and eBay Boy looks like he's left the session, unfortunately, so I'll swing him an invite.
So 5 seconds off his teammate fighting with Grandson Nips. His Blurs has just put in the faster sector 1 after it was taken. As Grandson Nips, he's into the gravel at turn 4, I believe. It's actually been overtaken by eBay Boy's AI, who's actually just got sent down the inside by Haydo and Ghost Rider. All 3 of these drivers are ahead of eBay, or actually all the drivers around eBay Boy have time penalties.
Alright, so you should be able to join back in with that. Yeah, you're right. Those time penalties are going to cost those guys from P7 down to P10.
Tetris picked up a penalty as well. That was Aqua Minerale.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of time pens yesterday in Tier 3.
So currently at the moment, the fastest lap is held by letter P on those mediums, 16.8. Only the closest one to that time is Darken and Blurs. Darken about 1/10 and then Blurs about 2/10 or 1/10 and 10 thousandths, if you want to put it that way.
Ghost Rider up on the inside of Haydo, gets the move done up into P8. So Ghost Rider doing really well in the feature. He's up 6 positions, but Jono Baboon up in P6. He's up 9 positions since the start of this race, so the young McLaren driver really doing well out there.
Well, as grandson Nix has a spin out of turn 4. He's had a trip onto that gravel a few times this race. Looks like he has a great relationship with that gravel trap.
Yeah, just one of those corners. What do they call it? The is bogey corner. You'd have to say. You got a few of those, you know. Once they get stuck in your mind, you just you find yourself repeating the bad habits that get you in trouble previously. So let's just see if grandson Nips can refocus, and he's still online for a points finish here. He's got 2 seconds with Tetris behind him. I know Tetris will have the bit between his teeth, seeing a driver fall in front of him and have a chance to make some places up. So we'll see how this unfolds later on.
So eBay Boy is still not into his car yet. Mertz has pitted for the hard tires, so Mertz is pulling an undercut. Same with Carly. He's also into the pits, and Scotty's got to send it down the inside of eBay Boy's AI at turn 1.
That was a beautiful move. Scotty set him up. eBay Boys left the session, so I'll send him another invite.
I believe he got the issue that
he can't take control.
He took control, but he's not able to drive the car.
Okay.
As Jono picks up another 3-second penalty, I'm just going to switch over to penalty screens because I want to see this. So P5 to 8, I have 3 seconds. Grandson Nips 6. Williams has got 9. Bo's got 9. Effimon and Tetris with Sheldon also have 3 seconds. So we got a bit of penalties. As Blurs gets overtaken by letter P, so they're just DRS switching at the moment. I believe Darkhand and Battlecat are doing the same thing now. But I am more interested in the pace that Mert's gonna show on those hard tires. He's actually behind Tetris at the moment, who's actually slowing him up for Battlecat. He's not able to do any more because of that DRS being that powerful. They were side by side on next, and he's already 4 tenths ahead at turn 1.
Yeah, Mertz is flying.
As little Sheldon and Crispy are now fighting it out on the pit straight. As eBay Boy probably still can't get control of his cars.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, there goes little Sheldon.
Nice there, boys.
But his AO makes a move as Bo's actually had a spin behind. What did the 2 leaders do? They stay out for 1 more lap on the set of medium tyres.
Yep.
Blurs
continuing switch positions there, yep.
Blurs makes his move to extend this gap. Doesn't want to give any time to Battlecat. At the moment, Battlecat is gaining massively on...
10-second penalty for the young Red Bull reserve driver there, Jacko, coming into pit lane with a bit too much speed.
Yes. I'll actually send an invite to Sheldon.
Grandson Nips as well, so serial offenders coming into pit lane at the moment.
Yeah, Grandson Nips as well. He was sent about... I actually don't know where he was sitting. I don't know if he's taken a trip into gravel trap recently. He might have. I would say little Sheldon's AI though has made that undercut. it's made it work. Same with the Alpine of Cali.
Yep. Don't look now, but Scotty's up 9 positions at the moment. So just taking advantage of a few guys pitting and a few battles taking place. Gets a little wide there out of, what's that? What's that beautiful corner that you pronounce so lovely?
Aqua Minerale.
That's the one.
As Mert's giving eBay's Boys AI a bit of a tap on the rear. As we're getting a lot more disconnects now. Okay. This is interesting.
Yeah, let's see if we can...
I believe that was Williams and eBay Boy both disconnecting again. I believe Ebo Boy just can't get into his car. I don't think it's allowing him. It's one the clouds is in the gravel. That's.
Oh, sure.
Jono's actually gone into gravel at turn 1. He's actually lost the place to Hado now. He's got a 3-second pen as Jono trying to send it down the inside of Hado. Thing to point out, Leather P and Blurs have both pitted. I didn't realize it, but somehow Leather P has managed to gap Blurs by a few tenths in the pit lane and now has a second gap on him for the moment. Might disappear very soon, actually. Oh, actually, never mind. Wait, there's so many penalties. Invite, but I don't know if I have him. Let's see if I have him. I don't believe I do.
Yeah, won't let little Sheldon take control of the car. Who were you talking about?
Williams. As Sheldon has retired the car. Now, okay, that would just be because he left the session, so that wasn't deliberate. That was probably an accident one.
Yep.
As eBay Boys AI pits him to the hard tyre. At least the AI knows when to pit for new tyres.
Look at those time pens. That's incredible.
All of the top 7 have time pens. Dark and Shadow. If they keep racking up the penalties, he could jump a lot of... I've just noticed Leather P's got a 10-second.
Yeah. Blows has got 6 along with Hado. Jacko's got 13. William with 9. Grandson Nips has 19 seconds. So, yeah. The guys who haven't got any time penalties should really make some places here. It's just so difficult not to pick up a time pen in Imola.
Sheldon, the car retired and then it said you left, so... The game's weird. If you leave the session and retires your car, so you kind of just have to Alt F4 or restart the game. Pens, I will put the screen up because I'm not reading it. There's too many.
Yeah.
I think I'll spend a whole lap going through penalties if I had to read it. Battlecat is still out on track at the moment with Jono. He's actually holding up Ghost Rider and Hado behind. Yep. Leather P and Blurs are flying behind these guys at the moment.
Yeah, they're having a great battle, these two.
One that would not be enjoying this is the Hado and Ghost Rider being held up at the moment. Wonder when Battlecat pulls the pin though on the...
I think you'll probably see, yeah. Oh, hang on. So you've got to think about, yeah, they're probably going to go a little bit longer than this. I think it's too early to come in for mediums. Oh, and Ghost Rider's gone in the back of Jono and half spun him. So the McLaren goes through Hado into P2.
And he gets DRS as well.
Yeah,
Jono's
you'd think
not gonna have it.
Ghost should really concede that position there. I mean, I didn't really catch all of it, but it looked like he went to the back of Jono, pushed him off track, got the position. Anyway, it'll come out in the wash later on.
I believe he's just not doing it now because he's going to have DRS later and probably give it back then. As Jono's going to try it down the inside. That's not a place. He's actually got the switchback going.
Oh, that's... Oh! I don't know if Ghost even saw him, but it just looked like he moved across a little bit there.
Ghost Rider moving a little bit across. eBay Boy picked up a 3-second penalty. So I believe he's actually back in his car now. Thank God.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so Ghost Rider just moving over the tiniest bit too much with Jono next to him, and that sends him into last. This is actually going to put him under pressure to Mertz, who tried the undercut, a 3-lap undercut on the leaders. Got the time down, and now they've just extended it.
Oh, Bose. I think he might see a retirement here. There we go.
As Bose retired into the pit lane, so he's had enough. He's had enough of the spins that he's had at turn 1.
Yeah.
As
He's off for a siesta.
Ghost Rider Hato into pit lane, so they have given up. As Letter P going down inside of Jono, still side by side. This is gonna hurt. Oh, that's a bit of contact.
Jeez, I tell you what, Jono's punchy today. Oh, let it be.
Letter P's not gonna be happy about that one.
Fishing.
I would say it's amazing that there's only 4 drivers without a penalty.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Ghost Rider doesn't have one. I had to wait until that pit thing goes away. No, he's got one. Never mind.
The thing is, they're scrapping so hard. Like they're bound to rack up pens when they're fighting like this on track.
Well, hopefully Tier 1 is not like this tomorrow with penalties. Tier 1 has been, we do look at weather before the race because we can't wait for the weather forecast. Yeah, I'd say it will be an interesting one.
Yep, I think it's going to be wet, right? I haven't...
That's what Scotty told us when we looked at it.
Yeah.
Because I believe someone looked at it and they said it was dry, and now Scotty's telling us it's wet. As Battlecat, he's actually pitted, so he's on the medium. So he's going to start flying on that medium set to catch the leaders. As
yeah.
I don't know if I'm hearing this right, but I'm hearing something hit the wall.
Okay.
That might be the game. Checker Flag really wants to know the weather.
Yeah, Checkered's pretty keen on a weather forecast. He was hitting me up this morning for one. I think Scotty put one up, but yeah, I'll be checking that in the morning and putting it up. Of course, we go with the what the weather is in Imola at the time of the race when it begins for us. So yeah, a bit of a forecast in the morning and let the drivers prepare a bit, and then whatever the conditions are on track at the time in Imola, that's what we race on.
I think we're all just keen to know if it's a wet, because if it's wet, it's going to take a lot more preparation than when it would be dry.
But there's not a lot of rain. That's what I'm seeing early. I need to have another look actually, but yeah, hopefully it's just a little bit.
Evening, JP.
I know you like it wet.
I love the wet. I didn't like the VSC wet though. My tyres were cooking. Full wet, fun. Into conditions, your tyres are overheating like 24/7. It's not fun.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe my teammate for VSC, he said his tyres were like almost 100 degrees, like constant. Which wasn't an ideal one.
Alright, let's have a look here. Sunday, 4 p.m, you've got 3 millimeters of rain. Up until 7 p.m. with 0.5 millimeter of rain, so quite possibly intermediate weather tomorrow.
So it's 5 p.m. in IS, are we racing them at 5 p.m. too, or what time's it? I think it's the weather when we race, so...
It is, yep.
it will be, what, the 5 p.m.
Yep. So at 4 p.m. there's 61% cloud coverage, 3 millimeters of rain with a bit of sun behind a cloud. So yeah, mixed conditions, maybe more rain than not, you'd say.
Maybe a dry to wet race.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
There's still a bit of time to go though,
I
so
don't think
we'll
we've
see.
had the dry to wet yet into Zunlock. I believe the last few races I haven't had to change the forecast because it's been the same for the last 4 races.
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent.
So it's pretty good.
Oh, man, we need a calculator to work out these time pens and where people are going to finish. I think just might have to wait until they cross the line.
Well, if there's time penalty removals, I'm sure it's going to have... Actually, I'm short, so I'm not going to have fun. This is going to be great.
Just going to get an invite to SS William.
But, hello, JP. How are you doing? Lovely to see you in chat. Currently We had a great race, and now everyone's pitted, and now it's this. It's just gaps.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more like a time penalty battle at this point. I believe someone might be close to 20. Yeah, never mind. Grandson Nick is on 22. He's beaten. It's been the penalties of last night. That's Mertz picks up a 3-second. Yeah, it's Scotty versus Grandson, but Grandson has 22 seconds of penalties. Is it really a battle at this point?
Can't find SSR William. But I know JP will be in a pretty good mood. He's just picked up a PS5. So I'm sure he's putting a lot of hours into that at the moment.
Said in the chat before that he's sorting it all out, getting everything ready for tomorrow. As Scotty down the inside of Grandson next, they're actually still side by side, going through turn 2 nice and clean, giving a lot of room. Grandson almost in the gravel though, a bit too much speed. Still side by bit
Jesus!
Of contact, and they're both in the gravel.
Yeah, that's
Oh, here comes eBay boy though.
22 seconds worth of pens. It's a bit rich there from the RB driver.
He was just showing Scotty his favourite spot on the track.
Yeah, I think that was it. Let me give you a tour, Scotty. Come out here.
We just need, I believe, actually, now I'm actually going to check the pens again. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. Letter P lost DRS because of Jono at turn 2. But if Mertz can. Oh, actually, not Mertz. Wait, I need to. If Darkin can somehow. If I put it as a leader. If Darkin can somehow gain a second on letter P, he could probably snatch a P2.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. If my math is correct.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you.
But Barricade has joined the party there, so this is going to be an interesting fight. As Jacko 3-second penalty, that adds to the 10 seconds he already has. And Jono 3-second penalty at Aqua Minerale, or the exit of it. Tough corner that one is to judge on that uphill curve.
Yeah.
Especially since you came. I believe you just. Oh. No, that's in pit lane. Never mind. I thought that was a crash on track. Merce make. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm getting I'm getting tail with cameras. I just had to look for a tree to see what was happening.
Yeah, bit of reference.
At the moment, Mertz is losing them time to letter P. Currently, they're at a 11.4 second gap for that 10 second.
This time, Scotty lets Grandson Nips go there through. Coming into turn 4 now, I believe.
If at the moment, Battlecat can only send P5 on those new mediums, or fresh mediums. If he wants these to work, he's going to have to make these pass soon. Because Checker Flag is telling me that those tyres should die in about 2 to 3 laps. Which sounds sounds about right.
Yeah. What is he? 5.5 tenths off. I think he's got to get a bit quicker. Bit closer, sorry.
See if Darkin can make the move though. Give me a good camera, please. He's too far back, so Mertz looks like he has just raw pace to keep ahead. Now, oh, I've just got rid of the record. If I go wet. go to penalties. Battlecat and Mertz are on the same type of penalty, so currently Mertz at the moment, he wants to keep grandson nips in the middle. Because at the moment, Battlecat can't do anything because they both have DRS, which is a good thing.
Apollo, it's 6:30. I'm going to have to leave it there. It's my partner's birthday, mate, so I'm going to have to bounce. But it was a pleasure jumping in Sky Race Control with you today. Thank you for taking the reins in Tier 2, and enjoy the final few laps of the race, and I'll catch you next time.
No problem. I'll see you later, and enjoy your partner's birthday.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. All right. Later, mate.
See ya. Yeah, well, there goes Broseph. He's taking his leave for the birthday party. But here goes Battlecat. He's just left it at the wrong time. Oh, there goes Dark and Shadows actually on Merz. Does Battlecat dare to make the move? No. So Merz down to P4, Darken up into P5, but is he able to close that 2.5 second gap to letter P is the question. So at the moment, the podium will say will be Blurs, letter P, and Darkened for our top three. I don't want to curse it, but I might have. It would make it interesting if Blurs somehow picks up another penalty and it goes down to 9 seconds to 10. Because at the moment, letter P, he hasn't picked up any track extension. It's just a speed and pit lane penalty. Was Merz having a massive slide. Here goes Battlecat though, around the outside. Into the second last corner. Gets the move done. So, oh god, the hiccups are happening. Battlecat into P4. Dark End at P3. He's actually lost time to letter P, so we'll see if Battlecat is able to make the move and then gain a bit of time as the one that Aston's again overtaken. That's Williams. Actually, he's actually getting a bit scrappy with Ifimon. But he's actually he got lapped by Blurs just then. But we'll skip back to P4. So currently 3 cents gap. He's actually keeping this fairly close at the moment. But there's no DRS until the pit straight. Oh, actually, what's happened here? We got 2 cars on the wall. Are we gonna get a safety car? Doesn't look like it. Hado's retired on track, so that's gonna be under investigation because I've also caught that on that. Let's Scotty through goes Scotty moment. That's through goes grandson Nips moment. But let's see. Does Jono have damage? Doesn't look like he does. So we'll switch back up to Battlecat. See if he's able to make the move. He should be able to make the move on Dark End this lap. So DRS activator. Merz is looking for a move. Battlecat to the outside. Merz tried to go down the middle. Battlecat making that move. Going a bit wide though in the braking. Dark End Shadow trying to get the switch back. Couldn't quite do it. Merz trying to go around the outside of turn 4. Decides better of it. Dark End Shadow stays in P4. You want the pens? There's the pens. Oh, it's a bit sideways. He's actually picked up another 3-second penalty at some point in the race. I'm not sure when. Oh, he's at Merz with the slides. So currently 4 cars out of the race, 2 cars being Mercedes. So Mercedes getting no points. Hey Buster, can you? Who's the tier 2 coordinator? Screens up next for a second penalty to his time. Think Mercy. Okay. Hopefully Mercy's watching tier 2 checks. Well, I just rated some vulgar fucking language. Or vulgar sentence. Yeah, Battlecat's tie advantage, as you say. Check flag, I believe, is straight up gone at the moment. I think the hard and the medium is about same pace now, maybe. As DRS is active once more, let's see what the drive's able to do. Doesn't look like Mertz is able to make the move. My apologies, I had to mute. I was talking to my parents. As I was doing that, Blur's 3-second penalty, not gonna mean much. He is 3.9. Oh, Mertz, though, trying to make the move. I did not see that one coming. You have 9 seconds of pens, buddy. What are you doing? That's a lot of curb, actually. Darken, though, gonna make this move on Battlecat. Final lap of the race for these drivers. Darken making a move. Is Mertz gonna try and make the move? No, he's too far back. Where's Blurs? Blurs is about turn 8. Yep, but this was a nice little battle. Mertz another 3-second time. Darkin actually really shined a good amount of pace throughout this race. If you didn't see the sprint checkered flag, I would highly recommend you watch the sprint. You might not like that he what happened the last lap, but he did have amazing pace. And it is good to watch. I am still amazed how Grandson Nips has 31 seconds of pens and he's not DSQ'd from the race. And I have missed Blur's crossing the line. Blur's P1, letter P, P2. He did have the 10-second pen, so that is been added to his race time. Yeah, but Dark and Shadow, he's coming home. Finish P3. Would have finished P3 anyway, because Battlecat finishes the 4th with penalties. Same with Merce, he finishes 5th with about, I think it was twice those penalties. Here comes Jacko though for Red Bull. His first reserve drive in Tier 2. Finishes in P6 with, I believe it was 16 seconds of penalties. One of them being spin and pit lane penalty. Ghost Rider finishes P7. Then you got eBay Boy in the other Red Bull who's had some disconnects all race. He actually jumps up to P7 over Ghost Rider because of the penalties. Would you look at that? Crispy finishes P16 and then Williams P15. Scotty P9. Grandson Nips P10 on track, but he used to move to P11 because of all those penalties. Then I believe Jono finished P10. I don't know. Oh no, Jono actually finished 11, so the car behind these two actually finished P10. Don't know which one that was, so. Once again, our scores Friday. It's been a good day. It's always a good day when your team outscores but you just see a good race to commentate. A lot of action. I ran out of breath in qualifying because everyone's so close to each other. I couldn't take a breath. Thankfully, Broseph actually joined in the sprint race, so I kind of was saved. But yes, Blur's P1. Hopefully the drivers actually give me time to get the end results, because I had to. The commentators and admins want to see that, and now it's gone to 20 seconds. Hopefully I actually get to see the results. If not, I'm actually going to cry. But as it's doing that, I'm actually going to... Don't worry about the mouse. Copy link. I wasn't able to see the results. Oh, nice. We love it. But anyway, that was tier 2. What I'll do is I love doing this, and I don't want to have that happen. So I'm gonna do this. So give me 2 seconds. We'll go to showroom. Go to 24 cars, and we'll go to the winning car. Actually, we'll just do that one, so we don't see the text. Okay, I believe we got a P1 sitter. We're just waiting for letter P and dark end. I believe it was dark end and showed that finished third, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even get to see the results because the game, it just hates the commentator, I guess. So letter P has joined. I think we'll just give it a moment, and dark end doesn't join, we'll start. On to what a race that was to watch. Caught me out of breath for a bit. Now I need to catch my breath. But that first stint was fucking beautiful. Anyway, we shall start, because I don't know if Darken's joined or not. Letter P, P2 sitter. How are you doing, mate? How do you feel after that finish?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Feels good to get back on the podium. Felt like it could be more, but I'm still happy with the result.
Well, you had a run-in with the McLaren of Jono on your second stint when you were in that train with Blurs. Unfortunately, ended with you losing DRS quite quickly due to it.
Yeah.
Had a massive moment on the slide, so that was an amazing save nonetheless. Me and Broseph were actually amazed with the amount of sliding everyone was doing through that circuit, but
Through the what, sorry?
amount of sliding in the track.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe everyone at least once went sliding. But anyway,
Yeah.
not one track penalty. I believe you only had the 10-second penalty. Only one of the 5 drivers to not pick up a track warning or track penalty. I don't know if you had a warning. But congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. The 10-second was kind of avoidable. Blurs locked his rears and I didn't know what to do, and he kind of distracted me and I missed the line for the pit lane. I think I think maybe I was under, maybe I was over, but well, I'll have to look back at it, see what happened. But other than that, I probably could have won if I didn't get that penalty, but it's fine. P2. It's good.
It's Blurs' fault. It's always the guys ahead.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, P2 after where did you finish the Zambor? I forgot now. I can't think.
It was P4 on the road, but P10 officially.
So, been an up and down season for you. P2 actually would be quite nice. Hopefully, you don't get a penalty. I don't believe you'll get a post race. You were pretty clean with Blurs during the whole race.
Yeah, but other drivers really weren't throughout the whole weekend, but it's fine. I'll send in the reports and let the stewards decide.
Anyway, well, next track will be Baku next week.
Oh no.
Hopefully that goes well. I will not be here to watch it, which is unfortunate. I really would like to watch this, but I'm not here. Hopefully it goes well. Are you excited for Baku? Because the castle
It's
section is a thing.
it's alright. It's not one of my personal favorites, but it's also not one of the worst.
Well, thank you for your time. Congratulations on P2, and hopefully you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
We'll go to our P1 sitter. I don't believe Dark End Shadow is joining us, so we'll just jump straight to P1. Blurs, congratulations on P1, mate. Had a tough fight in the first stint. Actually, it just looked like you working together at the end. But the start of the stint looked pretty feisty.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I don't know. I was just focused on if they were close to me, I was just gonna let them pass. If I had about like a 6/10 gap down before the last corner, I was like, okay, I'll burn a bit to stay in front. But yeah, I was just kind of chilling that first stint. Yeah.
Well, as we heard from Leather Pia, it looks like you distracted him a bit into the pit lane. Could have been planned, could have been not. I don't know. We don't give us the details because it's more fun if we guess. But you gave him a 10-second pen. You got that buffer out. Then
I mean, I was a bit of an obstruction, but it gave me the little like reset glitch, so it reset me behind him. So I don't know. I can't really do anything about it. I would have made it in green, but because I had the little bollard or the wall or whatever, it reset me. So
well, unfortunately, you picked up a lot of track pens. So did other drivers. Not as many as one of the RB drivers. They picked up 32 penalties. Somehow
yeah,
we're still in the race.
I had some of the engineers in the box saying someone's got 32 pins. I was like, what the hell? How are they not DQ'd? But apparently, you can get up to 2 minutes or something like that of track pins and still not get disqualified. So
Well,
yeah.
as I said, Baku next week. How do you feel? It is a more straight line. I actually don't know how to describe it. It's more straight line than it is technical, in my opinion.
Well, I'm actually getting knee surgery on Friday, so I won't be racing next week.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
next
gonna have
weekend.
blurs again.
No more wins. Nah,
Wish you a
hopefully.
speedy recovery.
Yeah, the surgeon said I'll be back on my feet within a couple of days. So hopefully, I don't know what the race is after that. Singapore, I think, or something. So hopefully I'll be back for there.
So it goes Baku, Singapore, and then Australia. Unfortunately, I will not be able to commentate Baku or Singapore, so you'll have someone else doing it.
What a shame.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have decided to take a trip.
Are you going to the GP?
No, I'm going to Perth. Unfortunately.
Oh.
No, out the will of my parents. I'm forced. Anyway, congratulations on P1. P1 in sprint and in main race. So
Yeah.
maximum points. I don't know if you got fast. I wasn't paying attention.
I got pipped. I did for a bit, but I think I don't know if Jono got it. I think.
Well, almost had fast, almost maximum points. Congratulations on the win. And I believe you have set yourself for a championship charge at the remaining of these races.
I have heard Battlecat is taking a couple races off, so hopefully.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for your time, guys, and I will see you in 3 weeks' time, but you'll be back racing for next week. So just gonna hit the deafen button as I talk. As I said, that is tier 2 done. Thank you to the drivers, the admins, the commentators. Well, thank you to Broseph, especially for helping me today because I feel like my voice has got to be dead after this. But thank you to all drivers, admins, coordinators for saying this up. This wouldn't be possible without them. We will have no race. So tomorrow we do have Imola Tier 1. Still a lot of speculation on what the weather's going to be for the drivers. At the moment, it appears to be wet, appears not be wet, might be missed conditions. We have no idea. It's the luck of the draw at the moment. But be sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a hell of a race for Tier 1 if it does turn out to be mixed conditions. But that is Tier 2 done. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Melbourne, or just a few minutes before to actually get the stream going. But you will not hear from me for about 2 weeks for Tier 2. So you will have another commentator. Hopefully, I'm not sure. But I'm the only one that's been streaming for the last few weeks for Tier 2. So hopefully we get someone else. But anyway, that is us. That's the interest done. And we'll be back tomorrow, I believe, with JP. If he's got his stuff sorted. I believe JP is streaming tomorrow for Inters. Anyway, we'll see you all for Tier 1. And hopefully it goes really good because JP's on the PS5 now. And we might have new stuff. Who knows? Anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.